Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to our YouTube channel, and in this video today we're gonna talk about why we don't need to speak English like a native. Because I see that a lot of people out there, they want to speak English like a native, but in the way that I think you don't need to speak English like a native. They always encourage you to speak English like a native, like you want to speak English like a American, but it's very hard. I gotta say, it's so hard. For example, here, like Chris, he have been learning Vietnamese for 2 months, and I still recognize something about his Vietnamese is not really like a Vietnamese. So I will let him to talk more about that. Like, it's not easy to make it exactly like the way that native speaker talk. So Chris have been through this, so I think he understands deeply about that. So we will talk more about that in this video today. So come on.
Right, so one thing with people is a lot of people are so focused on trying to speak exactly like a native that they lose focus of trying to just be able to communicate with other people.
Yeah.
The goal of learning a language is to communicate, right?
Absolutely.
Of course, everyone has different goals. Maybe some people want to be a teacher, some people want to do other things, but in general, most people learn a language to communicate, right? And so if you're focused only on trying to act or speak exactly like a native speaker, you're wasting time, energy, and it's a lot of unnecessary work. For example, I know when I speak Vietnamese, sometimes or very often, maybe I say something different from how a Vietnamese person says it. I know my pronunciation isn't always perfect. Like, for example, like the word verb, like động từ. I know I'm saying it different, right?
Động từ.
Động từ.
Okay.
See, it's different. It's different. But can you still understand me?
I still understand what you say. So I think a lot of people out there, they should try to focus on, like try to make it up with their English, try to speak in the weird way. And a lot of people say that they can speak English like a native, but if it is possible, you can show the video of them to speak English and show for a native speaker like him and ask them like how do they think about that video. And I think for the most part, people didn't think that is a good video of a native speaker speak English like a native speaker if you are not in a good environment or you do not have a good talent to learn the language. I do not say that is everyone, but I just want to emphasize on that because most of us don't have a talent to learn the language and we don't have so much time to learn the language. So for Chris here, for example, he have been learning for 2 months and he speak Vietnamese very well. So I just want to say it like, hey, if you really want to speak a language, you have to forget about everything like that and focus on communicating. Try to spend more time to train your pronunciation and get out there and try to communicate with some kind of people like him. Try to make your English become clear, like make people understand you easily. That is key point, right?
Yeah, make people understand you and be able to just speak naturally for you. It's definitely good to try to improve, and as you practice, of course you will improve naturally. Like I know my Vietnamese has improved, even though I'm not specifically trying to improve certain parts, but it improves just from practicing so much.
You know, the funny fact about Vietnam right now, because a lot of people, they said like they can teach people how to speak English like a native, but you know, even a native speaker cannot teach you to speak English like a native. That is the fact that you should know. Even a native speaker cannot teach you to speak English like a native. For example, Chris here, I am a Vietnamese person, and I gotta say, it's so fucking hard for me to teach him to speak English like a Vietnamese. To be honest, even I try hard every single time, try to explain for him about how do I pronounce the words here, but I still recognize, I still realize about the different things between what you say and what I say. That is the important thing, and I think the best way for you is you have to take more time to practice it. Like try to say it and try to talk with a native speaker here, try to practice with the people here, and if they understand you, try to focus on more about like talk more with them, understand, or sometimes you just have to ask them again, like try to ask again about what do they think about your Vietnamese, and try to say something like try to copy them, try to imitate exactly the way that they speak. Right,
just like today you pointed out to me that I've been saying bây giờ a lot in my sentence, right? Like bạn đến đây bao lâu giờ bây giờ, right? But you pointed out to me today that that's wrong, right? Like bạn đã đến đây
bao lâu rồi. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, if you think about that, like the key point for speak a good language, it is you have to spend time to practice it every single day. And I just want to emphasize this in this video today. And one more thing I want to talk about, I forget about that today. I'll keep talking about that. Like it depends on the field that you want to do. Like if you really want to work with the foreign people, you don't need to speak English like a native. You just try to make people understand you. I mean, it depends on the field. Like you want to, maybe you want to be a teacher. Your English you gotta be perfect. You have to speak good English, make people understand you easily. If you want to be an MC, if you want to be a how do I say, like a singer, like speak good English is very good for you. But like me, I just want to speak English and I try to do business with the people out there. I don't need to make my English like a native speaker. I don't need to do that, to be honest. I just try to focus on learning the language. I try to talk with them, try to understand what they mean, and try to help them if they want to do business here. That's it. Then that is the main point. I want to learn the language here, like understand them, and I try to speak clearly to make people understand me easily.
Right.
So what about you, Chris? So what about your main purpose when you learn Vietnamese? Do you want to speak? Do you want to speak? Do you want to speak like a Vietnamese here, or what is your purpose, main purpose here?
You know, I would like to, but that's not a very like.
Do you think that is possible for you to speak Vietnamese like a Vietnamese here?
Maybe eventually, but it would take a lot of time, a lot of practice, and that's not my goal right now. Maybe in the future, maybe in 10 years, 20 years, right?
Yeah. Besides, like a lot of people give you a lot of compliments about your Vietnamese, but they didn't know how much time you put on the work. I try to practice every single day. So the key point, still, practice makes perfect. So
right. So in summary, don't focus so much on trying to be perfect and trying to act like a native speaker. Try to improve, try to fix your mistakes, but don't make that your only goal. Your goal should be communicating. It should be trying to improve a little bit every day.
Yeah, that's it, guys. So today we just want to discuss more with you guys about that. Like you don't need to speak English like a native speaker. It just depends on your field. Just try to practice it first. Think about that. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. And Chris and I will try more to make more videos for you guys, and hope to see you guys next time. Goodbye. What? Like, let me think. Like, try to make it easier. Like, try to. It's still the video. I try to talk about something. What is it? Like, try to. I forgot about that. Speak more. Try to speak English. Oh, okay.